Hey there, fellow smugglers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to X4 Foundation's Rogue Pirate. Episode 6, Accessing the Black Market. So, if you're wondering about this contraband, yes, it is dangerous to have on me because it's, it would be... people would want to confiscate it. Where's my ship? Do I really... the game wants me to... where'd the ship go? What? Wait, where? I was parked here. Where? I'm a little confused. It's like... here, but not here. Where is it? Alright, let me go to one of their shuttle portals thingies and teleport to it. Someone took it for a joyride? Yeah, it seems like it. Someone needed to land and it went into storage, I think. Yeah, it's probably an internal storage. Alright, fine. I don't see anyone landing right now, so let's go retrieve it from internal storage. Cloak works. It sure does. Someone parking? No. None of my ships are currently stored in internal storage. Okay, I have a different idea. Let's find a pilot who can then fly my ship and tell it to dock here, because I think it just, like, ejected to space or something. It's here. I mean, I can physically see it. Are you a cheap pilot? No, you're not cheap. What would your hire cost be? No, you're not even for hire. I haven't run into this problem before. This is, interesting. Well, someone was parking here. Anyway. I might need to wait for them to leave or something. I could spacesuit to it. Yeah, only if it's floating. I don't actually physically see it targeted anywhere. Yeah, I don't think he can see you, bud. Here we go. It was in internal storage. The game just lied to me. I think the game lied to me because someone had was landing, and the landing bay was currently in use. You know you're running against the... Yeah, you're an idiot. This is directional, lady. Ah, crap. My, I enter from... Okay, here we go. Ah, I found my ship. So, there's that at least. Okay. Seat is over here.
Envoy.
Undock. So, what I'm going to be doing is quickly heading over to my base to put all the illegal stuff away.
Autopilot.
And then I will, I have a little bit of money to buy a ship. So, I think the cheapest ship I can afford... What? I'm trying to think of medium ships that have good... crew. The biggest crew might be a Hermes Vanguard or a Turn Vanguard, and this is a... here's a Turn Sentinel, which has 17. So the Turn Vanguards are going to be here, maybe? Yep, Turn Vanguard. So Turn Vanguards can have 21 crew.
Entering system. Silent witness.
A minimum loadout would cost me 500k. I'd have 100k left over. Let's do it. Buy ship. Medium. Turn Vanguard. I'm going to do a Travel Mark II drive. All-around thrusters. Shields. This is going to make it probably too expensive. Yeah. I'm going to need to make a little bit more money. So I'm going to make a little bit more money before I buy it. Because if I have it be like minimum spec, it's going to move so slowly it's going to be brutal. So I'm going to want it to move a little bit faster. So what I'll do is I'll make a SATA drive. I'll research SATA drives, make a SATA drive, sell the excess goods, and then
Please note that these research items have certain requirements. Bring the items to me and we can get started.
and then once I do that and build a SATA engine, then all the excess can be
Autopilot
sold.
engaged.
Why did I drop out of autopilot? So one interesting thing about space-like caviar is, despite the fact that it's like highly illegal, you can sell it to like any trade center person. They'll just be like, yeah, here's $1 million for caviar. It's like, how do you have that much money on hand? Luckily, they do. They always do.
Entering system.
So we're only one hop
Exchange.
away from the HQ. No problem. And the lockbox we found, if you were wondering, is here. Because we were exploring Grand Exchange 1, I knew it was going to be in Grand Exchange 1. That is no issue at all.
Superhighway Grand Exchange 1.
So to Grand Exchange 1, where is the closest neutral zone? Trying to think of where my... I mean, it might actually be the new zones, Void of Opportunity. Almost certainly, because it's ownerless. And same with Scarlet Sun. Which is right over here. And Void of Opportunity is like here. I guess, I thought I had traveled through. Oh no, here it is. It is an ownerless. It is now owned by Argon.
Entering
Okay,
Grand
so I could,
Exchange 1.
Scarlet Sun could be a good hunting ground, potentially, provided it stays ownerless. So, to that end, some factions have no interest in seeking, land claim, like the Alliance of the Word, and some do, like Argon, for instance. And what they will be doing is they will be expanding into ownerless systems by putting down, defense platforms and, like, land claiming. And that can be a bit of a problem if you are a pirate like me and you want to be in neutral or unowned systems and then they get owned. That's a problem. Owning systems myself would negate that issue because, you know, then I become the law of the land and I could do whatever I wanted. So that is possibly a long-term goal, is to put down like a defense platform in an ownerless system to then own it myself. And that way, if I'm, let's say, making illegal stuff on that system, the local PD will never... I am the local PD. I'm allowed to do it.
Envoy.
Alright, back over to the HQ, where I started. So I covered the player HQ in the last series I had, but basically it's like we hijacked someone's big base and claimed it for ourselves after it had teleported here, which would be the TLDR. So I own it, and it's a unique structure that only the player can get, and there's a whole quest line to get it that I've already passed.
Hello there.
Deliver.
Now then, we should be able to begin our research. I look forward to seeing how this turns out.
So what I did is I gave him everything he needs to research SATA engines. And now while I'm here, because I don't have any black market contacts, I can ditch all of my illegal stuff into storage here, this safe deposit storage, so that it's not on me. So this will be a little confusing, but basically there's two concepts of like storage. There is personal storage, which fits into your infinitely large pockets, which would be things like security bypasses and capacitors and this crap, right? And then there is storage that is in your ship. And there's different types of storage for your ship. There is like cargo, there's gas, there's liquid. So if you had, and then there's like ore storage versus like cargo storage. There's a bunch of different storage sizes, in other words. So for instance, a gas hauler can haul gases, but you can't shove a bunch of ore into a gas hauler because that's not the type of storage that gas haulers have. Keeping all of that in mind. Okay, and then, yeah, I forgot to put my bypasses in there. Security splicers, too. And that's just so that they are nice and safe and sound, so that if the local PD pings me for it, I don't lose it all. And then when I get a black market contact, I can sell it. So as you see here, nothing in my current inventory is orange, meaning it's not illegal, and I'm not going to get hit for it. Which is important. And Bozo Ta is probably the most brilliant person in the galaxy, so he's researching time compression. Basically, time acceleration. What do you have to say?
Here you go.
So bomb launcher would be nice if I had more money. Because there's some missions that require you to have bomb launchers. And then I only need, so some of the stuff I can start selling. The damage singularity engines I can sell all but one. The, flux, I kept one. Programmable field array. I can sell all but one. And then this will give me the opportunity to buy, because I'm netting 1.2 mil off of this, to buy that cargo ship I wanted.
Safe journey.
It's probably not quite enough money to buy like a large ship. I could check. So trying to figure out like a nice large ship, cargo ship. Well, all right, let's look at any of them just to figure out price point. It's like a large cargo ship would be like this one. At minimum spec, we're looking at a few more mil than I currently have. So yeah, we're definitely going to be shopping for a medium one. So let's go back to that turn. Turn Sentinel. Oh no, no, wrong one. This wharf. They have different, Turn Vanguard has more crew. So Turn Vanguard is probably not meta, but it has a bunch of crew, and it has a bunch of container storage. So that's mostly what we're looking for. But before, what I was saying is there's container storage, there's solid storage, there's gas storage, there's liquid storage. So depending on what you want to, so here's like liquid storage for the gas miner, and then the solid storage for the regular miner, and then container storage for the turn that I'm buying. So if I'm buying a container storage ship, I shouldn't raid gas or solid miners, because I don't have storage for the gas or solid miners. Alright. Travel Mark II. All around Mark II. Give it good shields, because it might be in a combat zone. Give it a pulse, turret, docking computer, flight assist, long range scan, police scan. I want to hook it up with stuff. I don't want it to be like super base model. I'm not going to worry about the consumables, but I will give it a captain and 20 marines. As far as paint jobs go, the default's fine. And order. So now I've ordered a crew and cargo ship, which will allow me to board small targets. You know, I'm only going to have, if I put crew on my own ship, I'll have 28 marines, I think, which is not a lot, but it's a decent amount. And I might want to stay here for, well, 4 minutes is kind of a long time. What else is there to do here? There's one other project that might make sense to trigger at some point, which is to build basic storage attached to the PHQ. The reason for that is a lot of the PHQ's research, like teleportation or hacking, requires some container goods to be delivered, and I have no space in the PHQ to do that, right? I think my player headquarters has some cargo drones already. Oops, wrong button. No, still no? Damn. I might need to buy that myself. It has drone components. So it needs energy cells and smart chips, and I think there's just no storage. So that's, yeah, that's a project that I'm actually going to trigger now. Because if I don't, it's going to be
The
forever.
restaurant is now open for anyone wishing to dine before departing the station.
So what I'm doing here is I'm putting a small storage container attached to one of the docking bays. So the PHQ has like 2 snap sites. Well, it actually has more than that. It has these sides as well. But I'm going to attach it to this one arbitrarily, confirm the change, and then with the extra money that I made from selling all that stuff from the Xenon fights, I can then hire a builder. I'll use my, oh yeah, there's one. I hired him for 50k, and then if I go to the PHQ and do, what is it? The plan build. I need to assign it some money for constructions, so 175k to accept the estimate for the goods needed to build that section. So I'm down to 500k from 700k or so. But that means that that construction part, then we have put out like a contract,
Beggars
for
are
lack of a better
operating
term,
on this
in
factory.
order to buy
Please do not encourage these professional beggars.
52.
If you have any spare credits, please give them to a registered charity.
52 Claytronics, 103 energy cells, and 189 hull parts. And already there's a parented high-tech trader coming to deliver the Claytronics. So once all of the materials get delivered, then the builder that I hired out will come and construct that storage section. And with that storage section, we will have the capacity to hold the materials needed to do more research. And the reason I triggered it now is it just takes a long time for builds to get built unless you are internally supplying and building everything. So if I had a builder and I had like a storage ship with all the goods and it would just all instantly delivered, then it would only be 5 minutes. But because I'm not, because I'm essentially asking the market to supply these things, there's no real ETA. It's just whenever a trader comes by and sells me that good. And, yeah, that's why I wanted to do it. I mean, I could have done it at the stream start, but that's why I wanted to do it now, because I have no idea when they're actually going to get it done. Now that that's over, yeah, let's get back to the trade bench
Envoy.
to make myself a SATA drive. So the real purpose of the SATA drive, in my opinion, is if you are trying to do factory or logistics or building, not like actually piloting, that's when it comes in handy. So when you're actually piloting and you want to travel far distance, you would be using your travel drives, not your SATA drives. SATA drives just speeds up time. So if you're waiting for a factory to be built or things to be delivered or something to that nature, that's where the SATA drives come in handy. But if you're actually piloting something, you're probably not going to be using it too much. So I believe Bozotad just told me that time compression has been researched. It has. Perfect. And I probably put it all in my storage container, I'm assuming. Where is the SATAs in the hardware? No? Where is it? I always forget. Is it not crafted here? Problem is you only ever craft it... Oh, maybe I already have it from the time compression. Yeah, I know you can sign it up by assigning the cargo ships to the station as well. Yes. And now that we have the turn that I bought, that's another thing that we can do with the turn if I'm not raiding with it. And I had mentioned that before. It's just that I believe our turn has yet to be built. No, it's built. So I'm going to tell the turn to dock and wait at our player HQ. And the other thing I could do is name the captain and the ship after you guys. So there's a raffle timer up for the name of that cargo ship and also the name of the captain of the cargo ship. Currently is Yalos, but we can rename Yalos, I think. Well, I'll probably just rename the captain because I'm not too worried about or rename the ship. I'm not worried about the captain because it's not something you ever really see. Alright, research into the SATA has concluded. The SATA device has been added to your personal inventory. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's why I couldn't find it. So, let's get back to my envoy. So, player information, inventory, SATA. I have it. Perfect. Now that I have a cargo ship, I think because I'm sitting on a bunch of black market goods and I could make a lot of money from black market goods, my plan is to try to find a black market. Oh, I don't know why I'm running. I could just dock.
Envoy.
So with my remaining time in the stream, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see if... Let's head over to the Claytronics factory that's adjacent to me.
Autopilot engaged.
And then because I'm not working on active raiding, I'm going to tell my turn trade ship to trade for build storage. So what that is essentially I'm telling the turn, whatever its name is going to be, to buy the things I need to build the thing I queued. To buy the energy cells and what was the other thing? Whatever it was. But it looks like some of it has already been delivered. Hull parts. Yeah, all the Claytronics have been delivered. The hull parts are about to be delivered, so it's just energy cells.
Autopilot.
Which, hell, they could even fit in the Envoy if I wanted to. I'm working on other things. So what I'm doing right now is I am scanning for leaks to try to find smuggling opportunities, because fulfilling the smuggling opportunities will often open up black markets so that I can, you know, sell all the black market stuff I have. That would be good. definitely pay the bills. Yeah, this ship is hard to control. It's like drifty, for lack of a better term. Maybe I'm just bad at it. That's probably more the case. I can fight with it, and I guess that's what matters. But like interacting with the station, I'm just like bump, 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 bump. At least I haven't blown up. Could be worse. Speaking of which, I should save. I don't see... Well, I haven't gotten any static or seen any data leaks. So maybe this one's a bust. I do like how quick the boosts are here.
Illegal data on drone detected.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't work for the Talati. Okay, might have boosted a bit too hard. Also, that pulse is a quest. I kind of skipped the whole quest line, but basically they're trying to detect why our PHQ just like teleported in, and it created a bunch of like gravitational anomalies, and they're like scanning for it, and the Bozata wants us to have the people that detected the PHQ to like go away. And that's a quest line I'm ignoring at the moment.
Are you interested in a job?
Alright. Oh, it's for skill plate. They are asking for 2 unstable crystals. Perfect, because I have 2 unstable crystals in the PHQ. So this could not have been any better. Let's get back over to the PHQ, scoop up those 2 unstable crystals that I bought, and then deliver them to the skill plate, potentially opening up a black market. Also, good luck in the raffle. It goes to Brody.
Headquarters. Docking granted.
Stop, 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 stop. Ah! I mean, to be fair, I was moving at like 4 kilometers a second to try to park. That's why I overshot it a bit. I'm going a little fast. You know, I'm just testing our player HQ's hull. That's all. I'm making sure that it's
Envoy.
it's sturdy. How goes the piracy? Good. I think we're actually about to make our first black market contact. Deliver 2 unstable crystals. Which is funny, because I had exactly 2. It's possible that I could buy more. I forget if I checked whether or not the trade center had them. Because they're also an ingredient to make, like, spacesuit bombs if you're trying to sabotage stuff. Yeah, he had some, so I'm just going to buy what he has. Because I'm sure I'll use them. And then deliver them to where?
Envoy.
Delivered to the smart chip factory. So because this was a mission offered by Scaleplate, Scaleplates are... Their faction... Let's see what the game says they are. They're a conglomeration of greedy businessmen, desperate cutthroats, and refugees displaced by Xenon overrunning the Scale Plate Green. A local phenomenon at first, these pirates... Hold on, I'm going to crash. They're basically pirates trying to masquerade as like a legitimate organization, for lack of a better way to describe them in a few words or less. So they're businessmen that like abide by no laws. Merchants of fortune. So back to the explanation. So these pirates were soon joined in their illicit endeavors by the Teladi company workers who had lost their livelihoods in the economic downturn created by the Jump Gate shutdown and spread throughout the universe. According to rumors, some of their most ferocious fighters were once Ministry of Finance cadets who were not able to cope with the strict training regimen and dubious mental conditioning required to turn Teladi pilots into efficient police. While these desperate groups originally came together to ensure the survival of illicit goods, the scope of operations soon widened to maximize profits. Hired killings, capturing ships, and hostage-taking now account for a large share of their profits. So, you know, they were desperate refugees and oops, that was the wrong key. I meant Control D, not Shift D. One is dock and one is get up from your seat.
Docking granted.
Let's try that again. So yeah, they are definitely pirates. And I will definitely be talking to this dude in the bodega. In the bar. Oh, he's upstairs. Wasn't expecting that. Black marketer. See?
Can I
marketeer. Help? Deliver.
Great work.
Your goods.
Can I help?
Alright, what are you looking to buy? He's looking to buy Maja Dust, Space Weed, Space Fuel, and Stimulants. Paying top dollar for that. And what does he have on him? I can sell some of the other stuff I had, the general wares. What I'm curious about is if I had the...
Good profit to you.
Wow, this guy looks fancy, but oh boy, you suck at piloting. If I had the black market goods on me, would he have taken them? So with the, I know I'm over time, but with the little time I have left, I'm sort of curious if he'd be a buyer for it because I don't necessarily need all that stuff. So let's try to make that trade.
Envoy.
So he's at the Smart Chip Factory 1. And what's convenient is it's right next to our PHQ, so getting there is like no problem at all. And in fact, if we researched a little bit of the teleportation tree, the initial teleportation gives you a limited range. Teleportation run gives you basically anything within 1 to 3 systems, so you can just teleport around. One way to exploit that is I could park like a small cheap ship here at the chip factory, teleport to the ship I had parked there, and then talk to the dude, and then teleport back to my PHQ or anywhere else. Because you can teleport from any owned object, so you just set up a bunch of like cheap ships wherever you want teleport spots as like a fast travel system. It's weird, but it works.
Docking granted.
Oh, why you drift so much? What the hell? I'm like not telling it to spin around like that. Do you really need me to turn around? No, you don't. Thought so.
Envoy.
I'm still not used to the layout of the ship, so every time I get out, I'm like, alright, where am I? It's too fast for its own good. Yeah, I mean, I could change its engines. To try to compensate, or install mods to try to compensate. It likes to drift side to side, like, way harder than I'm used to. It's one of those, like, I'll get used to it over time. It's a me problem. It's not a problem so much with the ship. It's like people complaining about maneuverability. It sounds wrong to me, and it would be. All right, I'm definitely not going to sell the space fly eggs, because I'm going to make caviar out of that. I'm curious if he'll buy the bypasses, and then the processor and the core I'll hold on to, because that turns into the bigger hack stuff. Dock.
Envoy.
One thing I have not been checking is whether there's been mission offers around. So here, you can see that there's a icon over the chip factory. And that's because I have discovered a black marketeer there. Which is why it was important to make at least initial contact with Scaleplate. And it was just fortunate that it was in my own backyard. So that I can get back there. Easy peasy. And that's what that icon is. Because he's always going to be there as a contact. While we're heading over there, the energy cells are getting delivered by Big Brody. He bought them. As you can see, it says 103 Big Brody bought all the energy cells we need. The hull plates aren't coming, but I'm assuming Big Brody's going to make that trip next. Oh, I missed it. Is it here?
Smart chip factory.
Yes. One of the problems of having a travel dryad that moves you at 7 kilometers a second is it's really easy to overshoot your target. And I'm just going to smash to stop. There we go.
Docking granted.
Kinetic brakes. Who needs thrust? Just slam. Oh. I didn't park either. Almost. I'm only a few hundred meters away. There. Just slam into it. It's the easy way to stop.
Envoy.
Now don't you dare put my ship into internal storage. I gained rep with Talati from trading, because I bought energy cells with Big Brody. That's funny. That's not what I intended.
Hello.
Can I help? Here you go.
Okay, he wants me to increase my reputation with Scaleplate before he's willing to buy these things. Got it. As one might imagine, this is quite the money-making opportunity, if and when I do that. Right? Because I mean, it's millions of dollars of potential hacking devices that I can easily sell to him if and when he trusts me enough to
Envoy.
To hawk that stuff. So again, another reason to build up rep with Scaleplate. And I think what I'm going to do is end up parking myself at the PHQ, and that's where I am going to end the stream. So let's get back home. Where's home? Home has like a really visible, like, aurora magnetosphere thing going on,
Headquarters.
which is pretty neat. Maybe I can park better this time. Here we go. Slam.
Docking granted.
I like how docking was granted because I slammed into it at 500 meters a second. And it's like, normally I'd be fined for damages, but I own it. So they're like, oh yeah, welcome home, drunk driver. Bumper ships. Yeah, exactly. All right. And this is where we're going to leave off for at least today. Thank you for tuning in to X4 Foundation's Rogue Pirate, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow pirates.